are today with one of my all-time favorite directors, Mr. Vidhu Vinod Chopra, who has written, produced, directed some of the best Bollywood films that are going. Mission Kashmir, he produced the Munna Bhai series, Eklavya, 1942, A Love Story, which was just simply amazing. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Thank you.
No, definitely.
For reminding me all these movies that I've done.
It's just, an amazing sort of like backlog of films to have. So we're here to talk about your new film, Broken Horses, which is the first Hollywood film done by a filmmaker from India, which is an amazing achievement in itself, but it's also been endorsed by James Cameron, by Alfonso Cuarón, Amir Khan, and it's also a remake of one of the best indie films made with Parinda. So can you tell us a bit about the film?
Well, this actually started as I was very young. I was a young kid. I got nominated for an Oscar in '79. And that's when that seed was planted in my mind. And then after 3 Idiots, I thought the time was right because, that was at that time the biggest success ever of Hindi cinema. And I felt that I'm done with, at least I've achieved what I wanted to achieve in India. So I went back to that dream and then followed it for almost 5 years. Abhijat Joshi and me took 4 years to write the script, which was, because English for me is a foreign language. I learned it very late in life, at 16 years, when I was still sitting in my little village in Kashmir, learning A for apple and B for ball. So that is how it started. And I'm very happy when people like Jim Cameron and Alfonso liked it. And it was really a great high for me because I felt that I had done justice not only to my own dreams, but dreams of many South Asians.
Nice. As a remake of Parinda, are there any of your other films that you think are ripe for a remake?
Yeah, I'm actually talking to a few studios to redo 3 Idiots itself. Mm-hmm. And even PK, we are releasing PK in China. So, see, what is happening now, the world's, because of the modern technology, I think the world is shrinking. See, in the beginning, it's like now I live in LA 15 days and 15 days in India, and it's okay. I just sit on a plane and go and I am in touch with my office on FaceTime wherever I am. So it's because of the communication revolution, so to say, you don't really feel cut off any part of the world. So it is shrinking. I think it'll happen. More and more films that I will make in India will get remade in Hollywood and vice versa.
I mean, it's been happening so long in India that Hollywood has been going the other way, being remade.
Now we're going back. Time we gave it back to them.
Payback. Excellent. I mean, Munna Bhai, that was one humongous success story. That's another one that's been rumored to be getting remade for Hollywood as well.
Yes.
Has there been much progress on that?
I don't like the script yet, what they're doing, and if we like it, we will do it. See, the bottom line really is, I never make a movie unless I feel that this film will bring me happiness.
Yeah.
And it's not about money. It's about happiness. It's strange I'm saying that because I made some of the biggest hits India has, but I have always sought joy, happiness, and satisfaction of my spirit rather than bucks. And money just flowed in.
Well, I think that's the route to making financially good filmmaking. Follow your heart. And if it was to get made into Hollywood, is there anybody who you think would be perfect for that role of Munna Bhai in your mind at the moment?
I haven't thought about that. It's always the script first. It's like Broken Horses. I wrote the script of Broken Horses, and then everything fell in place. I got Vincent D'Onofrio, great actor. I got Anton. Everybody came to make this movie. I got the DOP of Clint Eastwood, Tom Stern, who just did American Sniper. Great DOP. But everybody comes to you primarily because of the script. So I never think of casting before I write. So really, the project will be written. If it's written well, it'll attract the right talent, as in Broken Horses.
Do you think that there is an open, is it possible to, this is an English film that you've made and everything, is there a potential for Bollywood film, like made in Hindi, to appeal to a Western audience? Is there like an international
See, the
success
trouble
story
there is that the language we speak in our cinema is very loud. We have music, we have song, and we have over-the-top performances. I don't think that's going to work internationally. It's a very different language they speak. When you'll see Broken Horses and you'll see 1942, A Love Story, that happened to Alfonso Cuarón. When he saw the film, he said, I'm overwhelmed. How can you do these two films? They're so different, Vinod. And because he'd seen 42, and he actually at that time had told me it's one of the best musicals he's ever seen in his life. And then suddenly to see Broken Horses. So these are different. I don't think our cinema as it exists can appeal to the Western audience. But Broken Horses can appeal to Western audience and to South Asian audience because it'll make them proud that we can do something as good, if not better, than Hollywood.
And as a final question, one of the things I'm most curious about is, with Parinda, it had songs, it had a lot of drama, which has made its way into here and everything. But what were the main things that you had to cut down on and change or introduce even to
See, it's not a matter of cutting down or introducing. This is a completely different cinema.
So it's inspired.
It's inspired. It can't be the same. It's like, when a mathematician goes from India to do mathematics at Oxford or Cambridge, he's doing the same mathematics. But I am not doing the same cinema in Hollywood. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't make a cinema which is over the top and people start breaking into songs. That's a different kind of cinema. So this cinema is inspired by Parinda, but it's very, very different. It's very Hollywood. That's why people like Jim and, when James Cameron says things like this, and he's never said it in his life, I'm told, it's a great compliment, but it's a compliment because the film talked to him. Because it wasn't over the top. And Buddy and Jacob and Julian's Hench were not breaking into songs. And so it's a completely different art form.
And hopefully it will be a humongous success, which it will be because, well, it's Vidhu Vinod Chopra and everything. So thank you very much for that. This is Shai Hussain, Vidhu Vinod Chopra on the NRI.
Thank you.